Hello once again and welcome into the Forget Me Not Streamcast. I'm your host, Brian Prowitz, and today, as always, we want to find out what's happening in the world of Pam Speta, the founder, the brain power, the brainchild behind Forget Me Not Village, a revolutionary way for dementia patients and family members and spouses to deal with, learn and recover from and continue to work on ways to treat dementia, which she can explain better than I just did. But twice a month, right here on this Facebook page and also on YouTube, we check in with Pam to find out what's happening with Forget Me Not Village and meet some of the people that are supporting it. And we will certainly do that as we explore Pam's current location today on the Streamcast. But before we get into all the conversations with Pam, we want to do just a couple of housekeeping things. The first one is you want to find out what's happening, go to forgetmenotvillage.org. There's an incredible video there with the layout, with the floor plan, with the story behind Forget Me Not Village. And that's at forgetmenotvillage.org. Also, we will take your questions, so you can post your questions or comments in the chat on Facebook or on YouTube as we go through the program. And we love those because we love to interact with you who are watching out there on the internet. So without much more further ado, hi, Pam.
Hi, Brian. How are you?
Oh, I'm great, but I'm not as good as you are. You look like you are having a great time with a couple of good folks here in Roseburg and friends of yours. You can let's do a quick intro so people know who they are, but let's not get too far into the conversation because we got to get an update from you on how things have been the last couple of weeks.
All right. Well, I have started a new endeavor, which is called Rock Steady Boxing for Parkinson's. And yay. And, you know, I'm working on buying this absolutely amazing house that actually belonged to both of these people. This is Greg and Robin Kovach. And they have an absolutely phenomenal house that, you know, we're going to be able to put Forget Me Not Village into a reality. And better yet, behind me is the gym that's in the house. I am just so jazzed about this. It's not funny. As you guys know, I mentor a Parkinson's group, and this group is just amazing. The things I've learned about Parkinson's and diet and all that kind of stuff. And every week we go through something else that impacts Parkinson's, whether it's the medication or, you know, do we use weed or not? What's CBD got to do with it? I mean, we run through all those gamuts, of course, one at a time, every week on a Wednesday. And my guys go, you know, we really want to do rock steady boxing. So I started looking into that and realized that it truly, truly is a way to be able to slow down the progress of Parkinson's and really ease up on all of the symptoms and that go along with the disease. There is a lot of training that's involved with that, and there's certifications from, you know, we have endorsements from the Parkinson's Association. I mean, just going the extra 9 yards for people with Parkinson's, and I am so fortunate that both of these people see my vision and are willing and able to help with bringing this to Roseburg. If it weren't for them, I couldn't do it. So I am totally, totally in their gratitude for taking their time and energy to help me along with this, because they do see the need, and it's pretty bad. We're getting an awful lot of people everywhere from anywhere between Corvallis and Central Point that need this boxing challenge, and we're all getting certified as coaches. Yes, little pudgy me is getting certified as coach, you know, so I hate people. Yeah, well, I hate people that say they're fitness people and they're unfit worse than I am. So, you know, I'm going to be working especially hard to slim down a little bit, maybe have less wine. I don't know, whatever I got to do, you know. I'll sacrifice.
You will be fine.
So Robin already is a personal trainer. She has already been doing classes here in this gym, which is really one of the things that, you know, when I saw this house, I go, I need this. We have got to make this thing happen. And it's been a long process to do it, but these guys are just, I can't tell you how amazing they are. You know, people are telling me you need to look for angels to help you, and I have found 2 angels. Yeah, that's you. You know, and to make this thing happen, because alone you can't. You know, who is it that said it takes a community to raise a child? Wasn't that Hillary? And it's true. It takes a community. It takes people working together to do this. You know, we've got Drive over here that's run 300 miles in the last month. Don't know what he's running from, except he's turning 50 on July the 11th. So it might be he's trying to run from age 50. Not sure. Yeah, but
I needed one more big challenge before I actually hit 50. So I just like, okay, what am I going to do? So I made up my own.
You know, it's half a century there.
I know.
You know, I'm going on 3/4 of a century, so I can.
You can book all the fun you want.
So, Robin, you've already been into the classes and the study. What have you found? How can Rock Steady help people with Parkinson's?
Oh my goodness. The benefits that this Rock Steady has is crazy. I've found, and you know, I'm new to the whole Parkinson's, the learning that I have from this is the same type of techniques that are needed for boxing, such as hand-eye coordination, feet movement, all of that, breathing techniques. All of that is so needed for the people that do have Parkinson's, and it helps them leaps and bounds. I mean, compared to regular strenuous exercise, which is also recommended, but if they did the program of Rock Steady, they leaps and bounds over just regular strenuous exercise of helping reduce the tremors and the other type of things that come along with Parkinson's. So, and just the all-out hope that it gives these people right out of the gate is something that I don't know who wouldn't want to be a part of.
So do I haul off and hit somebody, or?
No, it is no contact other than you hitting mitts and trying to hit me, or Greg or yourself. But we will be armed with, you know, mitts and stuff like that for them to target and try to hit themselves. So it's all about, you know, focus, and, you know, it's something that they all need.
Yeah, and pushing yourself a little more.
Absolutely, pushing that boundary, being more of a boot camp person, more of a hard ass, so they say, but I'll need a little work on that. But these two, they're pretty good at that. So. One more of the cupcake. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I'm with a glass of wine at the end of the day kind of guy. Yeah, so we're really excited about offering this for our community in Roseburg. I mean, to think we're going to be the only one between Corvallis and Central Point is just remarkable. There's not even one in Eugene. And, you know, my husband was the kind of guy, he'd been a fireman, so he was real physical, and if he got in a fight with someone, he'd say, let's just go out back and take care of it, kind of thing. And I'd stand there and I'd go, oh God, do I wish I could do that? Do I just wish I could go out back and just haul off and hit somebody as hard as I can? And I did take up boxing when my son was in high school, and it sure helped. Not only for physical, but self-defense as well, big time. So I really loved it, and I've always in the back of my mind wanted to do boxing again, but there's nobody out there willing to take on an old lady like me to, you know, box that could break a bone or whatever. So just fix it, just do it myself, right? Is that the way you do it? So I'm really excited about the website for Rock Steady Boxing. Has some amazing videos because you can even do it from a wheelchair. So when I saw that and I saw the ages of the people that were boxing, I thought, oh my gosh, this is totally amazing. And it was founded by a man that has Parkinson's. So it was founded by a guy that saw the need and said, you know what, we're gonna fix this, you know, and he certainly did. And to get a Parkinson's endorsement and to have the physicians write a prescription for you to do this, then of course you can take that off your taxes. Get your tax advisor and make sure, but last time I checked, that was pretty much the case. And insurance companies will even pick up the tab for the rock steady boxing. How many levels are there of boxing?
There is 4 levels. So, well, actually there's 5. The 4 and 5 can be put together, but you have your first and second level boxers that are have very little symptoms. They're more like you and me walking around. You wouldn't even think twice of walking into the class and thinking, oh, it's just a regular boxing class for the older people. Whatever. I see age as nothing. But anyway, you have those Parkinson's patients that are level 1 and 2, and then you have your 3 and 4 level, which is a little bit more progressed into Parkinson's. And so you can work more on, say, their gait and their posture, as well as still working with the boxing and punching and all that good stuff. But you would notice a significant difference between levels 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then 5 is, they're in their wheelchair and they're still doing the boxing. They have a corner man. That's what they call them, is their corner man, who assists them throughout the entire thing, make sure that there aren't any issues or anything like that. So there's no person that is not able to do this at all.
Isn't that remarkable? And they work a lot on balance, as we know, by the time, you get to be my age and you're sitting drinking wine instead of running drinking wine, your muscles get really weak. Yeah, I could try. I could definitely try. Your muscles get a little weak and you can't get up and move around like you should. And guess what happens? You fall. And when you fall, that's when you break a hip. Typically that's what it is. And then you've got surgeries and that type of thing. What this does is it increases your balance. It lets you get up off the floor without help. And that was always a big issue with me. Just to make sure I wasn't really some sort of sucker for somebody that wanted to mug me. So.
Well, and another thing that I really want to point out is this whole class is all about camaraderie, togetherness, having a freaking party every single time that you're in there.
I like party.
You want to have fun. You want to make it fun. You want them to want to come every time. Sometimes this is their only outing that doesn't involve doctors or medical anything. This is the only outing that they have to socialize, to have fun. So, the main characteristic of this is to have fun, make it a party, do fun things like throw a frisbee, throw a football, bring other beach balls in, redo workouts so that they're fun. And that's something that I learned from Greg when I first started working out in this whole fitness journey. He made it fun. He didn't do the average gym stuff that you find, go to a machine and do a machine. Well, there aren't any machines in here. There's balls, there's all kinds of things. And you get, impromptu things. Hey, we're not doing push-ups. Everybody get up. We're going to go run down the street and back. It was stuff like that on the go. So that's how I adapted my fitness stuff. And then when I seen this and I seen how much fun they were having, telling jokes, yelling, screaming, having a great time, I'm like, how could I not want to be a part of that? Doing cadences and little rhymes and whatnot. It's a good time.
It is going to be fun. I mean, this has been since 1998. It's been a martial arts gym, and then about 10 years ago, combination martial arts and fitness. So, I mean, this has been here for over 20 years. So, I mean, it is right up our alley what we do. And the first time I watched a video last month on the Parkinson's, the rock steady boxing, just everything they were doing in there is right up our alley. I mean, and we've got tons of this equipment here in the gym already that they were using in the video. So I'm pretty excited to be a part of it as well.
Yeah, and that's something we're going to do. We're going to increase the different types of bags and things that we have for the training. And I also like the fact it doesn't have to be someone with Parkinson's. Even people my age and higher or whatever, we still need to exercise, and it still needs to be fun, because I took an oath after 40 I wasn't going to do anything that wasn't fun, and it gets harder and harder to find that. But I think, I can feel better, and the whole 9 yards of a little more positive interaction. So you don't have to have Parkinson's to be able to come to the gym. In fact, I would really like a woman's class in the gym.
And we can totally do that.
And it's private. That's the other part. My Parkinson's people, they go, well, we could go to the Y. Well, what's the first thing you see at the Y? Floor to ceiling mirrors. Not in my house. Everything I have is from here up. So whatever happens below, I have no clue, because I don't get to see it. And I don't want to see it. So the first thing you hit when you hit a gym is that mirror, and it's like, oh God, who is that person in that body? So it's like, okay. So this is personal. It's small. We'll have only classes of 5 to 6 people. So everybody's going to be able to work at their own rate and level, and we'll have different levels at different times. So, this rock steady boxing is truly, truly, absolutely amazing. I'm just so happy to not only to have gotten involved with this, but to have Robin and Greg. I mean, I'm like dying and going to heaven.
Well, your oath after 40, you found the right couple, I'm telling you.
We're about to have some real fun.
That'd be awesome. Oh my gosh, that's pretty cool.
All we need is like the wine dispenser in the corner, and you'll be set.
I will be absolutely set. For sure. They know wine is healthy for you, especially with Parkinson's,
We'll make you carry a weight, though, over there in order to get.
Earn your wine.
Yeah, you have to put
Earn my
weight
wine.
up.
Oh, God, now you're going to get cruel. All right, Brian. You're next.
Can I interrupt?
Yeah,
First of all, if you put a wine dispenser in the corner, the problem is you want Pam to go home eventually, right?
Eventually, she wouldn't have far to go, so we could just roll her out the door.
That's what you can do right about now, is roll me out the door.
I knew she was going to go there. We're taking your comments and questions too, by the way. The other thing is, so Pam, how would you like people to contact you if they're interested in getting involved in this and signing somebody up for Rock Steady Boxing?
Well, wine would be nice. We accept gifts. No, you need to email me, and the email address is up there if you're interested in Rock Steady Boxing. Be more than happy to bring you down, take a look at the gym to see if you like it. Talk to Robin and Greg, because they're it. They're the cornerstone of Rock Steady, and I think we're going to have some fun. I love having fun, and these guys are really, not only they're knowledgeable, but they're energetic and they're fun. And I just guess they don't want to look like me when they get to be my age. Possible.
Well, we'll put your email up on the screen and people can send you an email. Like I said, we're taking comments and questions from people. Here's one, VN Johnson popping in on Facebook to say that they're still glad that we're doing these videos. Well, good. We're here the first and third Thursdays of the month, VN. So we're hoping that you share these videos with people that that might benefit from the information. So that's cool. But we want people to definitely know that they can hit Pam up with questions and advice on how to get involved in Rock Steady or any of the other things that Pam does as far as training goes for dementia care. Pam at forgetmenotvillage.org. So, and some of the other benefits too, I've tinkered a little bit with like when I've taken like jujitsu class or something. The other thing that happens is like there's this confidence that comes. So, and I don't know how that works with a Parkinson's patient, but wouldn't it make sense that they would feel more confident if they knew they were working out and they were trying to do something to kind of combat it, to stay healthy a little bit longer and to do those things? And not only is there like that endorphin release and the interaction and social, but also is there a confidence you think that builds inside a Parkinson's patient, Pam, when they do this kind of thing?
Absolutely, 100%. They get so much of their life back after this. I mean, just exercise alone releases all those great chemicals in your brain, and you're just like, it makes you happy, it relieves your stress, it builds confidence in yourself. And not only will this build confidence in yourself, but you'll also feel like a badass kicking and punching things and knowing that you can throw a good jab every now and then, right? And so absolutely 100% confidence through the roof.
Yeah.
Everybody needs that. Everybody does. And exercise will do that. And this boxing, how could that not make you feel good?
And they've got specific exercises for specific problems. So like if it is the hand tremor, they've got exercises for that. So instead of them just ignoring the symptoms of Parkinson's like you would normally do at a gym, they address them. And they work on it, and they see the progress. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually do a video of each person that comes in to participate, so we can see how they progress through the different, different stages, different levels, and that type of thing. So I think that'll give them improvement to say, well, when I came in, I could hardly walk, or I was using a cane, or I couldn't even get off the floor type of thing. It's going to be encouragement in that level. I don't know if I'll take a picture myself, but
somebody will.
I'll
sneak one. Small victories are so important. Like she was saying, yesterday I couldn't get up from my walker. Today I can get up by myself. Small victories are huge. I don't know why they call them small victories, because any victory is a huge victory to me. So it's amazing, and they need to recognize those things, and they need to celebrate those things, because most of the time when they're diagnosed with Parkinson's, they're left with nothing, no other information other than, hey, sorry, you've got Parkinson's. And what Rocksteady does, or is going to do, is implement into that whole diagnosis stage, here's Rocksteady Boxing. Try it, it works, and it's a great program for you. So that'll give them hope, something to look forward to, and confidence that, hey, it's not gonna be all bad from here out.
Well, I think the other thing that surprised me about Parkinson's is how young people get it. I mean, I have talked to people that are in their late 20s and early 30s that are diagnosed with Parkinson's, and at this point, they're not getting any information about what it is, how they can help it, except here's some, levodopa to help you manage some of the side effects, when really long-term levodopa has its own particular problems. So if we can eliminate the need for so much of that, because you're getting the exercise, you're getting the body moving, if you're constipated, it's going to help with that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. Just getting you up and out of the chair and moving and working. There's even a pool out here, which you can't see from here, but there is a pool that we're going to do water aerobics. So, I mean, it's going to be well-rounded. We're going to talk about diet as well. They know that certain things that associate with Parkinson's, you shouldn't eat, that it causes inflammation. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to cover all of that. So exercise, diet, give them encouragement and hope, make life fun, and realize it's not a death sentence for them. It's an inconvenience, and that's all it is. And people can overcome it, and they need to.
And that they're not alone.
And they're not alone. We're willing to help you every step of the way, because what I've learned in life is you never want to criticize someone for something, because lo and behold, that could be you. And if you're not out there in the forefront trying to work at it, trying to get control of the situation, shame on you, because if it happens to you, then you're powerless. What are you going to do at that time? Which is one of the big reasons why I'm pushing this Forget-Me-Not Village, because it has to be done now. And for people that think they don't have to worry about it, I am so sorry, they really do. And it's hitting younger and younger. So if you're talking Parkinson's people in their 20s and 30s, they've got little children. They've got brand new jobs. They've got things they need to live for. And when you're faced with a disease that is going to basically make you a cripple, that's going to make you dependent on someone, it is downright depressing. But if we can do something to combat that, if we can do something to say, you know what, you can handle this, you can do this, and you can do it together with other people, it's amazing what you can do in life, instead of just waiting for the ultimate to happen and then you're sorry you did. So
we have a comment here I want to pass along. Okay, we've been talking quite a bit about dementia or Parkinson's, but VN came back and asked, can anyone with dementia use this program referring to Rocksteady, or just Parkinson's patients, Pam?
No, the Parkinson's program is for Parkinson's, but it is adapted. We can adapt it to someone that's got dementia, because that's the same thing. You know, if you know how dementia works and how to cope with it, they still need to get up and move and do things. You know, maybe not on quite as physical challenging as someone with Parkinson's, because they're not trying to defeat a disease or slow a disease. They're trying to keep their body in tone. So we will also do that. So if it means exercising in a wheelchair, we'll do that. Whatever people need to stay physically active and viable is so important. And my husband, because he was so young when he got his early onset Alzheimer's, the care homes didn't have adequate exercise for him. They would ball toss and watch Jeopardy, and neither one of those things worked for him. He was just too young. So this is going to put a place in there that people need to realize has to happen. They still need to stay physically viable. They still need to get up and move around and feel good about what they're doing, even with dementia. So, and in a wheelchair, it involves using hand weights and that type of thing. Or if you have alien hand disorder, which is from a stroke, where you have a problem with your hand and you don't know it's there and it moves unconsciously, there's therapies for that too. I mean, to go into detail over everything we could do would probably take a 3-hour broadcast instead of only 30 minutes. So
not unless you had wine.
Well, yeah, we could do it with some wine, that's for sure. Yeah. So yeah, it's incredibly interesting. For everybody needs to at least check it out. They need to come and take a look. We will have an open house to take a look and see what it's all about. And you know, I encourage people that even don't have a disease to come and work out and see how it feels to really hit something as hard as you can.
VN said that it would really be helpful to early MCI patients. I don't know what that means, but I bet you do.
What kind of patients?
Early MCI.
Oh, yes, that's mild cognitive impairment. That is usually the golden world you get before they figure out what you've got. And what'll happen is the doctor will say, well, you know, you've got MCI and come back next year. They really don't tell you exactly what it is, exactly what to look for, except that's a precursor to all of this. So even at that stage, that's even better yet, because you're more mobile, you're more able to get out and do things. And only heavens knows you need to develop neuroplasty, which means you're developing more brain cells and that type of thing, and exercise your brain, and memory games and puzzles and all that kind of stuff is super, super, super important, that you stay active. And if the spouse can stay active too, that's even better yet. Because a caregiver of someone that has Parkinson's, dementia, or any type of caregiving responsibility, the stress is so high. You know, we're going to be using like healing Qigong here, where we're going to work on post-traumatic stress. We're going to work on the stress levels to keep them down and manageable. So it's really going to be a whole package, from diet to stress to exercise, what we can do about it, and it's basically out there to help people, and it's open to the community. So it's not just specific people, it's open to anybody that wants to learn and wants to try.
Well, we have another comment too. You're going to love this. This is so amazing. This is from Cherish Jackson. It's so amazing. We have a few patients at Rosehaven that would benefit from this program. Love it, love it. Not sure that Facebook post is endorsed necessarily by Rosehaven, but you just said basically anybody out there, right? So, hey, maybe you can bring them down.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And it's so important. So important that that exercise is included. And like I said, ball toss and Jeopardy is not my idea of exercise. That's what got me in the shape I'm right now, and plus the wine. So, you know, I know for a fact it doesn't work.
I don't know about, I think Jeopardy would do quite well. I don't know.
I don't know.
Always happy when I get one answer right.
You know, we're forerunners. Roseburg is going to be the base for the most amazing change that this country has ever seen. We're going to do things here in this little town that is going to set the entire industry on its ear. And I am really, really glad to have such amazing people like Robin and Greg work with me on that, because it's hard to believe in something that's never been done before. And even though it's logical and it's simple, I have to tell you, it's been a huge challenge. It's been a challenge getting people to understand the need. It's been the challenge to raise donations and funding and that type of thing. So now that we're here at this stage, people can actually see it. They can feel it. They know how it benefits. And we are going to change the way dementia and Parkinson's is treated right here in Roseburg. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Incredible.
Well, we have a couple of moments left here in the program. So, I mean, that would have been a great place to land the plane, but I figure we'll give you another shot here to kind of wrap things up and put a bow on today's Streamcast.
Okay. I see there was a question about the cost. We are doing everything in our power to keep the cost to a minimum. You know, we do have to pay for the rent, the insurance, the equipment, and that type of thing. So obviously I can't do it for free, even though that would be awesome we could. But we're trying to control that so that everybody can take advantage of the exercise and the program. So we haven't got that all beat out yet because we still don't know what all the expenses are going to be involved around that. But for certain on the podcast, we're going to keep everybody up to date on exactly what is going to cost and how it's going to look, because there's a lot to it. And we're working really, really hard to bring that to Roseburg as fast as we can, because it's really needed. So yeah, you'll have to stay tuned for the cost. Wish I could tell you, but you know, there's a lot of working pieces in here, but we're going to be very, very cognizant of what it costs to make sure that that's not a deterrent for people to come.
Great. You can certainly find out more at rocksteadyboxing.org. Pam, what's the next couple of weeks look like for you?
Oh my. Oh, well, continuing this, I'm going to have to, I got to pass the test. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot to this certification. I had someone tell me, do you just keep getting certified all over the place? And I go, you know, what can I say? I guess so. It's, you know, at my age, what else is there? You only drink so much wine. So yes, the certification is what I'm going to be working on now. It's a system. There's 18 different sections to this training. And then there is on the floor actual boxing training that we have to go through too. So we've got to finish all that and pass all the tests and everything in order for us to actually get this up and running. So I will be concentrating on class for the next couple of weeks. And I hope by the time, maybe by the time 2 weeks is up, we should be right there ready to do the actual physical working in the gym with box steady trainers. So yeah, we're going down to Central Point. There's one down in Central Point. We're going down there next week to take a look to see how it actually looks in real life. And they're supporting us with what we're doing. So it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Yeah, lots of fun stuff to do. Who's retired? Not me.
Isn't that what
You're always working on something exciting, that's for sure. Excitement seems to just sort of follow you around, Pam.
I don't know. You know, my name Pam, I asked my mother where I got the name Pamela from. And she told me that during World War II, there was a comic strip about a little girl that always got into trouble. And that's why she named me Pamela. So I think I'm living up to my namesake.
That is a great story.
And lucky your name isn't like Dennis, you know, the Menace.
No, Dennis the Menace. I know it's cute.
Well, that's a great update. Thank you for all that to Greg and Robin Kovach. Appreciate your time and your energy too, and all the things you do in the community, all the cool stuff Greg's up to. And I think geez, I might have to get down there and be a sparring partner with Pam at some point.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, come on, let's go. Come on,
Sounded
Brian.
like a challenge.
Challenge.
Oh,
You can probably start out with me and build up to Pam.
Yeah. That's about right. That sounds about right. Well, as always, we love to talk about Forget Me Not Village. You can learn more and volunteer and donate at forgetmenotvillage.org. If you wanted to, you could make a donation to Forget Me Not Village in order to offset the potential cost for Parkinson's patients to come and take Rocksteady Boxing at the Rocksteady Gym. Just an idea that I threw out there. But if you're interested in helping with this project, with dementia care in the Roseburg area, forgetmenotvillage.org has all the information that you could possibly want, including Pam and Rich's backstory and how Pam got here and why she's the one in the lead, and all of the different organizations and people out there around the country that are supporting this effort as well. So there's that. Of course, one more plug for rocksteadyboxing.org. And to everybody who made comments today and checked in on the show, thank you for being here. We do appreciate it, and hope that you can share these links with people that will benefit from the information. The whole point of this Streamcast right here is to grow this network and to get to more people who definitely need this kind of not only information, but also potentially treatment, but also, heck, relief. I mean, when you know Pam's story and it repeats all the time, then you may be motivated to try to help out and see this thing come to reality. So, Pam, unless you got other things you want to promote like that, that'll be the end of the show today. So your final thoughts, maybe go to the order as we head out the door.
Final thoughts is, this is just awesome. I just want to tell everybody out there, I'm so, so grateful to Greg and Robin for stepping up and getting out of their comfort zone and saying, this is a great idea. Let's do it. I mean, like I said, they told me I needed angels, and I have two right here. So thank you two for sure. You're just amazing, loving, giving people.
You're welcome.
You're very welcome. We're happy to help.
Yay!
All right. Well, we'll be back in 2 more weeks. We'll let you guys finish your workout because clearly that was interrupted, so go get another one.
Sure, I want to get that one.
Yeah, that's the workout right there for sure. All right. Well, we're here every first and third Thursday of the month on the Streamcast here at Forget Me Not Village on Facebook and on YouTube. So please share this link to people out there and then check in again in a couple of weeks. And for Robin and Greg and Pam, I'm Brian. We hope you have a great 4th of July weekend, and we'll see you again real soon.
Yay.